Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jackson Hole Hootenanny live stream, live from home. We usually get together every Monday at Dornan's in beautiful Grand Teton National Park. But given our current COVID situation, we have figured out how to get together virtually. So we have a couple of rules at the Hootenanny, and the first one of those is no smoking, but that doesn't really apply. So if it's your own home and you would like to smoke, you may. Second rule is when he is here, and this is the first virtual Hootenanny that he has participated in, Mr. Bill Briggs goes first. So Bill, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm usually down in Florida this time of year, but the virus has sent me back home. But I'll be going back down when the virus is no longer killing us off. But there's a Utah Phillips song which sort of fits the situation, because I'm thinking of you guys up here in the valley and whatnot. And his song of I Think of You is what we'll play tonight. I look to see wildflowers blooming. I wonder why they seem so plain. Springtime rides the brown hills over. Young birds sing in a silver rain. I think of you as the night rolls by. You're on my mind the whole day through, far away in a lonesome valley. All the time you're gone, I think of you. And when my world has turned to sunlight and a dust cloud stands in a summer sky, I number all the climbing roses, blush to see milkweed fly. I think of you as the night rolls by. I'm on my mind the whole day through, far away in a lonesome valley. What time you're gone, I think of you. And when I hear a light wind moaning, angel's voice from a far off shore, my days slip by like light snow falling on the dry brown leaves, drifting by my door. I think of you as the night rolls by, on my mind the whole day through, far away in a lonesome valley. All the time you're gone, I think of you. Thank you.
Yay, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
That was wonderful. Well, up next we have another longtime Jackson Hole resident. He is an original Jackson Holeian, and he can be found or not found out in the woods where nobody else goes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Byron Dominguez.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, you're right. If you hear a song wafting through the canyons way off from the trail, that's probably me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa-ho-ho-ho. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa-ho-ho-ho. Sha-la-la-la-la. It's not the way she holds my hand. It's not the way she understands. But each day when she goes away, I sit alone at night and say, oh, baby, what can I do? Can't help myself, baby, it's you. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa-ho-ho-ho. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa-ho-ho-ho. Sha-la-la-la-la. It's not the way she looks that grab my heart. It's not the way she moves that really tears me apart. But each day as time rolls by, I sit alone at night and sigh, oh, baby, what can I do? Can't help myself, baby, it's you. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa-ho-ho-ho. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa-ho-ho. Sha-la-la-la-la. It's not the way she holds my hand. It's not the way she understands. Each night as time rolls by, I sit alone at night and sigh, oh, baby, what can I do? Can't help my but myself, baby, it's you. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Thank you.
Very
That
nice,
was a
Byron.
highly modified song. The song actually was totally different words, and I couldn't remember them, so I made them up. And then I discovered how botched I did the words, but I wasn't going to change it.
That was
Well, it worked.
that was wonderful, Byron. That's part of the Hoot is we always get to change the songs to a certain to whatever suits the occasion. All right, next up we have Chris Bingman. Chris is kind of new to the Hootenanny, and he's just been a wonderful participant and a great fun guy to play with, great fun guy to jam, and a great guy to drink whiskey with too. So,
Those are a few of my favorite things.
ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Chris Bingman.
Howdy, folks. I hope you can see me. I got my camo gear on. Probably just a floating mandolin walking around. And I got a lot of free time on my hands these days, as I'm sure a lot of you all do. And so I was like, by gum, I'm going to play something new today. So this is a new debut of an old song. So hope you enjoy it. Can't you hear the whistle of my big spike hammer? Lord, it's busting my side. I've done all I can do to try to please that woman. Lord, she's never satisfied. Hey, hey, Delamay, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, oh, Delamay, I'll get even someday. I'm the best hammer swinger in this whole section game. Big Bill Johnson is my name. This hammer that I swing for $1.50 a day, Lord, it's all for Delamay. Hey, hey, Delamay, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, oh, Delamay, I'll get even someday. I've been lots of places and there ain't much I ain't done. Still a lot of things I want to see. This hammer that I swing, oh, the woman that I love, one's gonna be the death of me. Hey, hey, oh, Delamay, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, oh, Delamay, I'll get even someday. a professional fade out right there.
Right on. Very nice, Chris.
Thank you kindly, folks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Up next, we have Chris and Jordan, and they are a band called What the Folk. And that's right, I said folk, F-O-L-K. So, take it away, guys. And
Yeah, we're here.
Hey, Hoot. It's good to be back.
All the way from Arizona.
All right.
yay, go for it.
Leaving home out on the road. I've been down before. Riding along on this old big old jet plane. Hanging about my home. Love light seems so far away. And I feel like it's all midnight. To make me stay, you know I got to keep moving on. Oh, big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away. Oh, big old jet airliner, 'cause it's here that I got to stay. Goodbye to all my friends at home. Goodbye to the people I've trusted. I've gotta go out and make my way. I might get rich, you know I might get busted. Heart keeps calling me backward as I get on the 707. Riding high, I got tears in my eyes. You know you got to go through hell before you get to heaven. Big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away. Whoa, big old jet airliner, 'cause it's here that I got to stay. Touching down in New England town, feel the heat coming down. Got to keep on keeping on. You know the big wheels keep on spinning around. I go in with some hesitation. You know that I can surely see that I don't want to get caught up in that funky shit going down in the city. Big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away. Whoa, big old jet airliner, 'cause it's here that I got to stay. Oh, big old jet airliner, carry me to my home. Ooh, big old jet airliner, 'cause it's here that I belong. Oh, big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away. Oh, big old jet airliner, 'cause it's here that I got to stay. It's here that I got to stay. Oh, it's here that I got to stay.
That was wonderful.
We love you.
Yeah, thanks, Christian Jordan.
All right, next up, we have another banjo. This is Alex Blackwelder, and I have worked with him doing live event production, and he's great at that, but unfortunately, there are no live events to be had except for this, so we're really happy to have him. Alex, you there?
Yes, yes, I am, and that
All
is
right.
that is very true. Yeah.
Take it away, man.
All right, one sec. All right, gonna play a little Allman Brothers, Greg Allman, Soul Shine here.
When you can't find the light, got you through a cloudy day. When the stars ain't shining bright, you feel like you lost your way. When the candle lights of home burns so very far away. Well, you gotta let your soul shine, just like my daddy used to say. He used to say, soul shine, better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. And hey, now people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Grew up thinking that I had it made, gonna make it on my own. But life can take the strongest man, make him feel so alone. Now and then I feel that cold wind blowing through my aching bone. Think back to what my daddy said, boy, in this darkness before the dawn, let your soul shine, better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all feel this way sometime. You gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Sometimes a man can feel this emptiness, like a woman robbed him of his very soul. A woman too, God knows she can feel like this. And when the world seems cold, you gotta let your spirit take control. Talking about soul shine, better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all feel this way sometime. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Gotta let your soul shine, better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. And our people don't mind, we all feel this way sometime. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. All right.
Yeah, right on, Alex. That was great. Thank you so much. Keep shining, man. All
Stay
right,
positive.
next up we have Sherry Stewart, who was hanging out at the Hootenanny for a long time. She has since moved away, but we are very privileged to have her with us. How you doing, Sherry?
I'm doing great, Ron. How are you?
We're doing well, thank you.
Great to hear everybody and see everybody. And so I'm going to do a song tonight that is one that I wrote right after I moved away from there, and hoping that I would eventually get back there. So it's called Dust of Wyoming. We good? Wind blows the dust of Wyoming through the canyon, settles in the shadows and the corners of my mind. It takes me down the back road to the creek bed of my memory, flows into another place in time. Now the dust of Wyoming clings fast to my boot heels. In my mind I see the mountains being kissed by the sun. The red-tailed hawk draws circles in the air. I hear him calling. I pray I make it back there before my race is run. Before my race is run. The ragged, jagged mountains poke a hole right through the big sky. Scramble up the hill to where the air is thin and calm. By the time I made the summit, I was spent and I was wasted. But from where I stood on high, my troubles seemed so small. Now the dust of Wyoming clings fast to my boot heels. In my mind I see the mountains being kissed by the sun. The red-tailed hawk draws circles in the air. I hear him calling. I pray I make it back there before my race is run. Before my race is run. The sagebrush and the lupin are entwined throughout the valley. I recall an entry from the journal of a child, dated 1925, from a camp outside of Jackson. It read, God bless Wyoming and always keep it wild. Always keep it wild. Now the dust of Wyoming clings fast to my boot heels. In my mind I see the mountains being kissed by the sun. The red-tailed hawk draws circles in the air. I hear him calling. I pray I make it back there before my race is run. Before my race is run.
Yay!
Thank you.
Sherry. Ooh, we just had a really nice comment come in from Victoria Hess. She says, lovely, I can feel the dust on my shoes.
That when I wrote that, the idea for that song came to me when we first moved here, and I was putting shoes away in my closet, and there was dust on my boots, and I'm like, I bet that's the dust of Wyoming.
Yep.
And it just, you know, I had so many wonderful memories of being there, and I look forward to seeing you guys in person again soon.
Well, we can't wait, Sherry. Thank you so much for joining us and singing that for us.
Thank you.
Well, we are going to go from the sublime to the most likely incredibly comedic. This is Adrian and Peter Ward.
Hi. We have a long introduction. Here's too much information about the creation of this song. A little over 25 years ago, I was taking a writing class from Tim Sandlin here in Jackson. At a weekly conference meeting, he asked me, "What's new?" And I told him I was corresponding with a guy named Peter Ward in California, who I met via a singles group and the internet. We had been emailing, and we had talked on the phone a bit, but I did not know what he looked like. Tim, being a published writer, has a way with words. He commented, "Sounds like an email romance." A few days later, I was driving over to Sun Valley to join some friends for some late season skiing. Being alone in the car on a 5-hour drive, my brain kept playing with those two words. They fit the tune of a rude parody that I had learned from guys in the Dartmouth Outing Club some 30 years ago. The tune was Jada, a 1920s popular song, but the Outing Club words were not the original. So I built a fictional situation based on two words and the limitations of a home computer in the 1990s. No Zoom, no Instagram, no Snapchat, just words, untrustworthy words. While driving, I scribbled a song on the back of a large envelope, definitely distracted driving. And I assure you, our email conversations were not at all like this song.
Email romance, baby, get your lovin' online. Email romance, in cyberspace, baby, you're mine. Well, I'm 6'3" and one hell of a man.
I'm a real blonde with a full body tan.
Well, email romance, baby, get your lovin' online. I'm a handsome hunk,
and I'm a beauty queen.
We are who we are, 'cause it says so on the screen. Hard drives are cranking,
Cursor's winking too.
so log on right now, baby. It's time to cyber screw. Email romance, baby, get your lovin' online. Email romance, in cyberspace, baby, you're mine. Well, it don't matter, honey, 'cause when we're online,
we are who we say in virtual time.
Well, email romance, baby, get your lovin' online. Don't need no condoms, don't risk no disease.
We email every evening and that way find release.
Tell me what you're wearing, is it that negligee?
I'm sitting here buck naked, so log on, babe, let's play.
Email romance, baby, get your lovin' online. Email romance, in cyberspace, baby, you're mine. Well, I might be a nerd with glasses and zits.
I might be a granny with such 54 tits.
But email romance, baby, get your lovin' online.
Yay!
Thank you, Peter and Adrian.
I was about half as tall as I am now when you guys got married.
Yes.
I remember that was one of the most picturesque weddings I've ever been to.
You were cute back then.
What happened?
Oh, thank you. All right, next up we have Sally McCullough, and she lives here in Jackson and is a very, very Hoot regular. So, Sally, how are you?
I'm good. Good to be back. Sounds okay? My level? Okay, good. All right. Well, leave it to me to take it down a little bit from Adrian and Peter's funny stuff, but I've got a song here written by Rodney Crowell. It's actually more of a prayer than a song, but and John Prine recited the second verse. So this goes out to him. It's called Ignorance is the Enemy. Oh, Mother, oh, Father, in our time of fear. Grant us your wisdom, your message for to hear. Send down your angel band to fill our hearts with power. Oh Mother, oh Father, in our darkest hour. Ignorance is the enemy, and it fills your head with lies. It's the kind of bliss that can make you miss the very truth before your eyes. It's not who's right or wrong, weak or strong, black or white, you see. Ignorance is the enemy, and it's keeping you from me. Forgive me all my pettiness, forgive me all my greed. Forgive me, for I know not how to live this life I lead. Ignorance is the enemy. Let's set the record straight. If history must repeat itself, why worry while you wait? It's a perfect blue and beautiful world you treat with such disdain. Ignorance is the enemy, and it can only bring you pain. Forgive me all my vanity, forgive me my conceit, forgive me when I'm crawling like a beggar at your feet. Ignorance is the enemy, and it wields a mighty sword. It can cut you down in a blaze of glory. It can nail you to a board. If mercy and compassion only had a chance, it could fill these holes we've dug. But ignorance is the enemy, and it's working like a drug. Oh Mother, oh Father, in our time of fear, grant us the wisdom your message for to hear. Send down your angel band to fill our hearts with power. Oh Mother, oh Father, in our darkest hour.
Yay, that was beautiful, Sally. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Everybody.
That was beautiful. What a wonderful message.
Yeah, thanks. Rodney Crowell's one of my favorite songwriters. He's amazing. It's very, very relevant today as it was in 2005 when he wrote it. So thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, next up we have Matt Montaigne and his many harmonicas. I think his guitar is still broken, so he is playing fiddle tunes on harmonica for us. How are you, Matt?
Good, Rob, thanks. Hi, Tasha. Yep, another harmonica.
Hi, Matt.
Good on the harmonica.
Wonderful. Well, take it away.
I'm going to share a song that really has a mood to it for me. It's a beautiful song. I think it was written in 1982, sort of patterned after an Irish type of sentimental song. And it's Ashokan Farewell. And it was written at a music festival. At the end of the festival, they wanted a song to sort of say goodbye to everyone. There was a lot of companionship and camaraderie. And this song was put together to say farewell to all the musicians and people that came to that music festival. I just like it. Thank you all.
Wonderful,
Hey,
Matt.
thank you. That was the Ashokan Farewell, wasn't that?
Yep.
Yep.
I'd never heard the story behind that. That's really cool that it was written at a music festival. Greatly enjoyed that. Next up, we have Jim Curran. He's been coming to the Hoot for a few years now, and he writes his own songs, and he plays a lot of songs in his own unique style. Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm here in the isolation mansion.
Oh, tough life.
Well, you know, you got to get in a little bit of work in between songs.
That's right. What are you going to do for us?
Well, you know, I've been doing a little bit of gospel writing, a little bit of writing about looking for love in pandemics, and I was thinking I need a blues song, kind of a bluesy song. So I was just over there kind of finishing it up. We'll see what happens with it. It's called the COVID-19 Pandemic Blues. And I got it on 2 different pieces of, this is going to be interesting. But, you know, that's the whole point of it. Well, my baby, she lives down the street. My baby, she lives just down the street. I can't go visit her on account of this COVID-19. Oh, been a couple of weeks since I hugged and kissed her. Been a couple weeks since I hugged and kissed her. Nasty pandemic has really made me miss her. Oh, indeed it has. But maybe it'll work wonders on our relationship. Maybe it'll work wonders on our relationship. I'm making up new words like appreciativeness. Oh, yeah. I've been taking walks down the street all alone. No one walking beside me as the cold wind blows. I got no idea when we'll be together. When we do, I'm gonna feel like a lucky fella. I don't know, that one was a little rough. I got my doors locked tight. I got my N95. I got 6 feet between anyone alive, but I still need that. I need the human touch. That's what I need. I'm getting sick and tired of this computer screen. Can't you tell I miss her? But she's imaginary. I can still miss her. Well, I go to the restaurant, but I can't go in. Go to the restaurant, but I can't go in. Even the library's closed till who knows when. Oh. Can't go to movies and see the latest flick. Can't go to movies and see the latest flick. That It's okay as long as nobody's getting sick, you know. Well, at least I got a bunch of her pictures. At least I got a bunch of memories. It ain't, well, like being with her. Oh, I miss that close proximity. Oh, yeah. I got the COVID blues. I got the pandemic blues. I got the missing yous. I'm pretty sure we'll make it through. We're gonna 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 make it through.
Yeah, that was great.
Well,
Jay.
you know.
That's right.
Thank
we
you.
are going to make it through.
We are going to. You got to get a message in at the end, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. We'll make it through.
We have a comment here that Burke thinks that you look like Lyle Lovett.
Well, someone once told me I look like Kevin Bacon, but I guess that's on depending on his hairstyle.
That's right. Well, right on. I want to read another comment here from Jenny Murdoch. She says, "Hey Hoots, totally miss playing at the Hootenanny. Always a fun evening and a great spot. Loving that y'all are doing this online. Sending hellos to everyone." Hi Jenny, thank you. All right, well next up we have David Rossiter. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great. Good evening.
Good evening to you too. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, and thanks for hosting. This is really fun.
Yeah, take it away.
We got welcome everybody from the Tanque Verde Valley, northeastern Tucson, where the other morning we woke up with snow on the mountains, believe it or not, even in April down here. So it kind of reminded me of being back up in Jackson, so that was lovely. Growing up in the outside of Chicago, I was really into the Chicago folk music scene. Had the honor to head down to the Earl of Old Town in Chicago a couple of times to listen to some of my favorite folk musicians. One guy I didn't get to see there, but grew up and sang and hung out in Chicago was John Prine, who of course we all lost this last week. And I don't know, that was sort of weird. This whole coronavirus has been tough on the emotions, but losing John Prine, that was really tough. There's so many great John Prine songs, and I had to do at least one of them. One that was not quite as well known as some of the others. Well, a lot of his songs actually had messages. They sounded like regular folks were singing about, but there was kind of a message about society and about who we are as humans. And this is one of those, although this one is really kind of extra, sort of a couple extra messages sort of hidden in it, which I didn't really get till I started learning it this week. This was done he wrote this in the early 70s during Vietnam, sort of a comment song, if you will, on society and on America. And like most good comment songs that you hear about, they keep becoming relevant over and over and over again. And I think that's true again here. So we're gonna do a song called "The Great Compromise." I knew a girl who was almost a lady. She had a way with all the men in her life. Every inch of her blossomed in beauty. She was born on the 4th of July. Well, she lived in an aluminum house trailer and worked in the jukebox saloon. And she spent all the money I give her just to see the old man in the moon. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light Much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Well, we go out on Saturday evenings to the drive-in on Route 41.
Oh my goodness, I think we lost David there. Are you there, David?
To walk pretty far, and as soon as early life, but much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Well, you know, I could have beat up that fellow, but it was her that had hopped in his car. Many times I fought to protect her, but this time she was going too far. Now some folks, they call me a coward, 'cause I left her at the drive-in that night. But I'd rather have names thrown at me than to fight for a thing that ain't right. Now she writes, now I used to sleep at the foot of Oak Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Now she writes all the fellows love letters, saying greetings, come and see me real soon. And they go and line up in the bar room and spend the night in that sick woman's room. But sometimes I get awful lonesome, and I wish she was my girl instead. But she won't let me live with her, and she makes me live in my head. I used to sleep at the foot of Oak Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But much to my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Thank you all.
That was wonderful, David. Thank you. Well, up next, we have Ashley Colgate, and one of my favorite things about the Hootenanny is that it provides an opportunity for people to play in front of an audience where they might not have the experience of having done that yet. And in this case, Ashley's mom is joining her on the harmonica. Let me get her unmuted here. Ashley, how are you guys doing?
Hey, Rob. So happy to be here. We also have the ever so talented Talia here standing 6 feet away, and the magnificent Mama in her maiden voyage on the harmonica. And we're going to play you guys a John Prine hit, because a lot of people don't know it's John Prine, and it certainly is. So here we go. I am an old woman named after my mother. Old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning were desire, this old house would have burned down for a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo.
Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. And she took a break when I was a young girl. Woo! Well, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. Well, that was a long time ago. No matter how hard I tried, those years keep on floating by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Talia. Do it again. Woo! We did this 5 minutes before we started playing. So good. There's flies in the kitchen. Woo! I can hear them buzzing. But I ain't done anything since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. And Talia has 2 friends at home that were listening. Thank you, everybody. Love you, grandmas.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yay, that was great. I love impromptu jams.
So do we. Who says we can't play? Thanks, guys.
Great. Thank you. Hey, next up we have Michael Fullerton, and I don't know much about Michael, but are you ready? Let's see.
Right there.
One moment.
Unmute.
Okay, there we go. Now we got you unmuted. How are you?
Okay, not a whole lot to tell. I'm here because of Adrian Ward, who I once knew as Adrian Brown. We were whitewater peddlers back in New England, and she got me out to the hole back in the 1980s. And at some point I showed up at the Hoot, and I played half a dozen times there, and now here I am playing again. We've all lost our sessions. I'm a regular at about 5 different events here in Vermont, and they're all canceled, just like the Hoot is canceled. So I'm happy to be out here. I'm grateful to the whole Hoot community for letting some of us outsiders play now and then. It's the only thing we got left. So I'm going to do a Vermont song. This is written by a fellow by the name of Dick McCormick, who is an educator and a senator in the state Senate. And he wrote a song about the way things aren't the way they used to be, which, although it's written about Vermont, it could be written about almost anywhere, including Jackson Hole. So this is the way it goes. It's called Voices in the Hills. My name is Gary Barkley. I was born here in the mountains. I worked all of my adult life in the mill. My family has been farming here for 7 generations. Now my brother Wayne's the only one who's farming still. The oldest tombstones in the graveyard stand up above my forebears. There's woods and fields and a hill around near the bear, my family's name. But like exiles in our own land, we live haunted by the old ways. Like the Indians who were driven out when first my people came. And these mountains know more than they tell. Yes, and more than you or I ever will. And there's magic hiding underneath your tree windowsill. And there's voices in the hills. Now they always had their hardships and the winters were too lonely. But they knew where they belonged in a world they could understand. And the cities closed in on us and our one choice grew too easy. Grow broke from paying taxes or get rich from sinking land. And these mountains know more than they tell. Yes, and more than you or I ever will. And there's magic hiding underneath your country windowsill. And this voice is in the hills. Now my children all will grow up like the children from the cities. Living in the countryside, let strangers to the land. And their pleasures come in packages of styrofoam and fiberglass, using as a mantelpiece little tool spots made by hand. And the children of the city, they come looking for the good life in a picture card New England from a long forgotten day. Lord, I know the life they're looking for, no one ever loved it more than he who held it in his hand and watched it slip away. And these mountains know more than they tell. Yes, and more than you or I ever will. And there's magic hiding underneath your country windowsill. And this voice is in the hills. My name is Gary Barkley. I was born here in the mountains. I've worked all of my adult life in the mill. My family has been farming here for 7 generations. Now my brother Wayne's the only one who's farming still. And this voice is in the hills. Yes, this voice is in the hills. Thank you so much.
Yay, that was wonderful.
Thank you, Michael.
That's great. Well, hey, next up we have Christine Langdon. Christine has been a Jackson Hole music scene regular for many, many years and was actually the inspiration for me to start playing electric bass. Christine, are you there?
I am. Yes. Wow, that's cool. All right. Well, I want to do this really pretty Tish Hinojosa song. It's called Voice of the Big Guitar, and it's kind of a tribute to guitar players. I've always had a thing for guitar players and ski bums. Those are my favorite categories, but this is kind of an ode to a guitar player that Tish Hinojosa did. And she wrote most of her songs, but this one was written by someone named Johnny West. Roundup's the same year after year, wherever you are, and a cowboy's heart belongs to the night in the voice of the big guitar. Wrangling and roping, the job doesn't care. When your mind wanders there to a lady in town and a star in the night where the wind and the coyotes howl. Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay, and a cowboy's heart belongs to the night in the voice of the big guitar. Dust from the dogies burns hot in the day, sand and sun in your eyes, sore in the saddle and thinking of you, and the night with you inside. Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay, and a cowboy's heart belongs to the night in the voice of the big guitar. The moon is a dancing, the stars are romancing this wrangler from afar. Our love was born of the prairie and stars in the voice of the big guitar. Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay, and a cowboy's heart belongs to the night in the voice of the big guitar. Our love was born of the prairie and stars in the voice of the big guitar.
Yay, that was wonderful, Christine.
Thank you. Okay, I want to take a moment to do an advertisement, a little advertisement. I'm doing a solo concert this coming Friday, April 17th, for the Center for the Arts. And it's to stimulate interest in the, arts while we're going through these hard times, live venues. We've got the Hootenanny, and this is going to be another series on Friday nights. It's called Songs from the Center. And last week, Ben Winship kind of debuted with a John Prine song, a little 5-minute slot. But this Friday at 5 p.m., I'll be doing an hour set, and it's going to be called Cocktails with Christine. And I'm inviting you to get your favorite cocktail. I'll be drinking Corona beer with a little shot of really good tequila. And that's to calm my nerves because it's scary playing alone. I usually have guys backing me up. So, okay, please join me. It's going to be lots of fun. I'll do some sing-alongs too, so we can all get involved. So, okay, Friday, it's a Facebook Live concert. Go to the Center for the Arts Facebook page, and then at 5 o'clock, just shortly before 5 o'clock, click on the link, and I'll be there, and we'll have some fun together.
Awesome, wonderful. Thanks, Christine.
You're welcome.
On a similar note, the Silver Dollar Bar is also launching a streaming show starting Tuesday. We have Justin Smith with One Ton Pig. Not with One Ton Pig. He's playing alone, but he is in One Ton Pig, so check that out too. Up next, we have another older generation that brought us kids up in a wonderful musical household. So this is John Gibbs.
Hey, Rob. And first of all, I want to say thanks to all of the Jackson Hole Hootenanny clan, Ben and Amy, Rob, for putting this on, and all of you wonderful artists with your fabulous musical skills and fabulous voices. And I have to say, this is a wonderful artistic respite from the crisis that we're going through as a society today. I'm honored to have actually played live at Dornan's back in early March at the Hoot 1183rd version. And I hope after all of this crisis disappears that I could get out there again and play maybe one more time with you guys. I'm going to do a John Prine tune in honor of the older generation, and only John Prine could look into the eyes of the older folks and write such a tune. It's called Hello in There. We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta like living there. It's been years since the kids have grown a life of their own, left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha. Joe is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War. Still don't know what for. Doesn't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger. Old rivers grow wilder every day. Oh, people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. Hello. Me and Loretta don't talk much more. She sits in the stairs with the back door screen, and the news just repeats itself like a forgotten dream that we both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy. We work together at the factory. But what could I say if he asked what's new? Nothing was with you, nothing much to do. You know that old trees just grow stronger. Old rivers grow wilder every day. Oh, people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. So if you're walking down the street someday, past some hollow ancient eyes, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there. Hello.
That was great.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I know, speaking for myself, I would not be the person or the musician that I am if it weren't for a musical household and a musical father. So Molly is going to be performing here in a little bit. Thank you for passing the music on. All right, next up we have Donnie Parrott. Donnie, how are you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Thanks for getting us all together.
Yeah, this is wonderful. The weeks don't mean much except for Mondays these days.
Cool. Well, I have a Gillian Welch song about a town that's not Jackson, thank goodness, during the quarantine. So. Well, the road was hard and flat as a rule, a good 100 miles between here and Missoula. That final top weren't getting no cooler, so I stopped at a quickest shack. I thought I needed about a 6 of Miller and one of those things so I wouldn't spill her. So I asked the girl if the beer was in the back. She said it's a dry town, no beer, no liquor for miles around. And I gave a nickel for a sip or two to wash me down out of that dry town. So I turned around, no hesitation, cursed the laws, ruining the nation, jumped in the car to pull out of station, but you wouldn't go into gear. And boy said it sounds like your transmission, so you need Bob, but he's gone fishing on his days off. It gets a long way from here. Cause it's a dry town, no beer, no liquor for miles around. I gave a nickel for a sip or two to wash me down out of that dry town. Well, back home, friends, you can get a dose of something strong from your local grocer. So I went down and walked a little closer to a place called Happy John's. John said it keeps up for cold and fevers. Down here's where I usually leave her, but just last night I had a cold coming on. It's a dry town, no beer, no liquor for miles around, and I gave a nickel for a sip or two to wash me down out of that dry town. A sip or two to wash me down out of that dry town.
Yay, that was great, Donnie. I like your little whiskey before breakfast in the middle there.
Oh, yeah. You can't do that in a dry town.
No, you sure can't. Well, we have Miss Molly Gibbs coming up next. How are you doing, Molly?
Hey, I'm good, Rob. It's good to see you and Tasha and everyone. Great job, Dad. That sounded awesome. This evening, I decided to do, I was going through some old songs that I sang for a friend's wedding last year, and I found this one, Cat Stevens song that I've just always loved, and I think it has like a nice feel and a nice message, so thought I'd do it. I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I end up, well, I think only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, I never wanted what I wanted. No, never. I listen to my words, they're far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. but never, 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 I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never, never. No, never. I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I end up, well, I think only God really knows. And I sat upon that setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water wine. No, never, never, never. No, never. Thank you. And hey to all my family and
Thank you, Molly. That was beautiful.
thanks.
All right. Let's see.
Next up, we have Lily Robert with her Cowgirl Jazz. How are you, Lily?
Hi there, Rob and Tasha. Thank you for hosting the meeting. And I'm going to be doing a song. Can you hear me okay? Do I need to turn anything up?
You're great.
Good. Okay, this is a song that was made popular in World War II. It was, yeah, there are other times when people went through tough stuff. This was created in 1939 and was covered by a famous singer, by Vera Lynn, covered by other people, Johnny Cash and Peggy Lee. It's called We'll Meet Again. And we will. We'll meet again. Don't know what, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again one sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies chase the dark clouds far away. And will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that when you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again some sunny day. And will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that when you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again one sunny day. Yes, I'm sure we'll meet again one sunny day. Miss you all.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeehaw!
Thank you, Lily.
Well, up next, we have John Carney. John, how are you?
I'm fine. Lily, that was so short. I know those old standards, maybe don't have a whole lot of verses, but now I got to get ready. So very briefly, thank you, Lily. And I love the fact there are all these great John Prine songs that have been played, and I will play one, although not the one I originally intended. But I have to tell just one anecdote. Yesterday was Easter, of course, which is a great high holiday. And for any of you who are skiers, that would have been the last day of our ski season had not COVID-19 intervened. But as I say, I was raised Catholic and very religious, but my grandsons who live in London are not. They're sort of loosely Church of England, but Angus, who's a 3-year-old, came down early in the morning and he burst open the door of the kitchen where my daughter Nora and her husband Tom were having breakfast, and he just said, "Guys, I have great news." And they look at a 3-year-old going like, "What kind of news can this kid have?" Just waking up, and he said, "Jesus is alive today." I was like, wow, how did that kid get that? So again, I was thinking that Jesus may be alive, and what a wonderful celebration that is of the Christian religion, but John Prine, unfortunately, is not. And so I am going to sing this song in honor of John Prine. This goes out to Hank Phibbs. I think Hank may be watching tonight. And Hank and I have played a number of John Prine songs together, including this one, and it goes like this. Oh, the glory of true love is a wild and precious thing. It don't grow on old magnolias or only blossom in the spring. No, the glory of true love, it will last your whole life through. Never will go out of fashion, always will look good on you. You can climb the highest mountain, touch the moon and touch the stars, but Old Faithful's just a fountain compared to the glory of true love. Long before I met you, darling, Lord, I thought I had it all. I could have my lunch in London and my dinner in St. Paul. Got some friends in Albuquerque where the governor calls me go. You can give them all the goodwill for the glory of true love. Glory, 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 glory. You can't never get enough. Time alone will tell the story of the glory of true love. Glory, 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 glory. No, you can't never get enough. Time alone will tell the story of the glory of true love. Thank you. Thank you, John Prine. Rest in peace.
That was wonderful. What a great tune with a great bounce.
Thank
All right,
you.
well, next up, we have Molly Waters. Hello, Molly. Hey, Molly, I can't unmute you.
That is not the right Molly.
Oops.
There we go.
Oh, Molly? Yeah, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you now.
Whew, technology.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Tell you.
Well, thanks, guys. This has been really beautiful so far. Again, amazing to be part of. I'm going to continue the John Prine tribute theme. I actually wrote a song this week after hearing that news, and it hit me kind of hard just because I really value being part of this community, and as the rest of you all said, it was greatly influenced by him and by my dad, who not only introduced me to his music, but made me jealous from a very early age of how he used to play banjo with John Prine in Chicago. David, that was a cool reference from you as well about the Chicago folk music scene. So I will play you my little song now. Well, I'd have to say I got it from my dad. He likes to brag about the times you had. Banjo singing on Thursday nights under Old Town's shining lights. I'd have to say I got it from my dad. I wonder how you always had the words to tell a joke or pull a feeling through the chords. But who wouldn't think it's fun to sing about a hot dog bun? I wonder how you always had the words. You don't know me, but it's like we're family. You're a long lost uncle with a storied history. You remain the link in a dusty chain of gold, and none of us are planning on letting go. Well, I always hoped I'd get to meet you one day. We'd laugh, you'd tell me stories, and we'd play. You'd show me a thing or two, and I would just smile up at you. Well, I always hoped I'd get to meet you one day. Thanks for leaving me these souvenirs, something for me to hold when you're not here. No one's ever gone if I keep my speakers on. Thanks for leaving me these souvenirs. You don't know me, but it's like we're family. You're a long lost uncle with a storied history. You remain the link in a dusty chain of gold, and none of us are planning on letting go. Yeah, none of us are planning on letting go. No, none of us are planning on letting go. Thank you.
Hey. Beautiful song, Molly.
Yeah.
That's
Wonderful.
great. Next up, we have Joel Sandoval. Joel is a wonderful multi-instrumentalist who usually plays bass at the Hootenanny, but since we've started doing these virtual chats, we've discovered that he plays piano quite well as well. So, hey Joel, I don't see your video yet.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hey there. Ready?
There we go. Take it away.
I think I'm gonna do John Lennon, but R.I.P. John Prine. That's good. Great songwriter. Well, I was dreaming of a past, and my heart was beating fast. Well, I began to lose control. Well, I began to lose control. Ooh, I'm sorry that I hurt you, baby. Ooh, I didn't mean to make you cry. Ooh, I didn't mean to hurt you, baby. Oh, I'm just a jealous guy. Oh, I'm just a jealous guy. Ooh. Well, I was feeling insecure that you might not love me anymore. Well, I was shivering inside. Well, I was shivering inside. Oh, I didn't mean to make you cry. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt you, baby. Oh, I'm just a jealous guy. Ooh. Oh, baby, I'm just a jealous guy. Ooh.
Yeah, that was great, Joel. Thank you.
Thanks. Let's see.
All right, next up we have Paul Gorsuch. How you doing, Paul?
Do we have Paul in the house?
Hi, Rob.
There we go.
I'm good. How about you, man?
We're doing well.
Wonderful.
Right on.
Yeah. So tell us, are you still around, or have you?
Yeah. This is actually my penultimate hoot as a Jackson Hole resident.
Ah.
So yeah, next month I'll be up in Montana.
Well, we hope you can still join us. You're still doing this whole virtual thing.
It sure looks like I'm going to be able to. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Great. Well, Tasha, this song actually comes indirectly from you. I understand you got an email from a Dr. David Thrasher, who I've never met, but possibly would recognize as he's a Hoot audience member. He requested a tune. He's down in Alabama, helping fight the good fight against COVID there. And so he requested a tune for all the healthcare workers that are doing great stuff right now. And so this goes out to them, and also obviously the author, John Prine. Lonesome friends, a sign to say the world will end most any day. But if it does, then that's okay, 'cause I don't live here anyway. Live down deep inside my head, where long ago I made my bed. I get my mail in Tennessee, my wife, my dog, and my family. With poor old Andy Pluto now, he never stood a chance, no how, when he got uninvited to the interplanetary dance. Once a mighty planet there, now just an ordinary star, hanging out in Hollywood, some old funky sushi bar. Lonesome friends of science say the world will end most any day. Well, if it does, then that's okay, 'cause I don't live here anyway. I live down deep inside my head, where long ago I made my bed. I get my mail in Tennessee, my wife, my dog, and my family. Vulcan lives in Birmingham. Sometimes he just don't give a damn. His head is full of bumblebees. His pride hangs down below his knees. Venus left him long ago for a guy named Mars from Idaho. The Vulcan sent a wedding gift, three-legged stool and a wheelchair lift. Lonesome friends of science say the world will end most any day. Well, if it does, then that's okay, 'cause I don't live here anyway. I live down deep inside my head, where long ago I made my bed. I get my mail in Tennessee, my wife, my dog, and my family. Those bastards in their white lab coats who experiment with mountain goats should leave the universe alone. It's not their business, not their home. I go to sleep and it never rains. My dog predicts hurricanes. She can smell a storm a mile away. It's all the news we have today. Lonesome friends of science say the world will end most any day. Well, if it does, then that's okay, 'cause I don't live here anyway. I live down deep inside my head, where long ago I made my bed. I get my mail in Tennessee, my wife, my dog, and my family. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul, for learning that song in such a short notice. And thank you for all the healthcare workers who've been working really hard, and some can't even go see their family because they're too scared to get their family exposed. So we are very thankful that they're fighting the good fight. All right. Who's next, Robbie?
Well, next up is my dad, John Seidel. And I've been playing with him since I was about that tall. So, you there, Dad?
Mr. Seidel.
For a minute or two.
Hello, now we got you unmuted.
Okay. Oh, nice to be here again. You're doing a fine job. Now, last week when we were doing the Hoot, Amy was one of the co-hosts, and she said that something very interesting, that she ran a whale camp off the coast of Maine in the summertime. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I said, you know, I'm an old New Englander. I'll bet there's a song I should do for you called The Bay of Fundy. Now, the Bay of Fundy is a really interesting place. It's between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, down east of Maine, as they say, which is actually north. And it has the highest tides in the world, something like 40 to 42 foot difference in the water level between tides. And it's kind of a dreary place when the northeasters come up there. So I'm going to do that song. I've got my seafaring hat on, and I'm going to get comfortable here. And let's see. There we go. For Amy.
Come ye main men, proud and young, when you run your easting down, don't go down to Fundy Bay. She'll wear your time away. Fundy's long, Fundy's wide, Fundy's fog and rain and tide. Never see the sun or sky, just a green wave rolling high. Cape Sable's horn blows all day long. Wonder why, wonder why. Oh, you know I'd rather ride the Grenville Strait or the Breton Tide, spend my days on Labrador and never see old Fundy's shore. Say my days on Labrador, never see old Fundy's shore. Give her staysail, give her main, in the darkness and the rain. I don't mind the wet and cold, just don't like the growing old. Cape Sable's horn sings all day long. Wonder why, wonder why. East by north or east northeast, give her what she steers the best. I don't want this foggy wave to be my far and lonesome grave. I don't want this foggy wave to be my far and lonesome grave. Cape Sable's horn blows all day long. Fog and rain, fog and rain. Cape Sable's bells ring in the swells, ring for me, ring for me.
There we go. Yay, that was wonderful, Dad. And it seems like you have the sea either in your blood or on your body at least.
Must be, Rob. It's amazing what you can do these days.
Very nice, very nice. The production award goes to John Seidel tonight. All right, next up we have another banjo player. I am very happy with our banjo ratio on this Hootenanny. This is Andy Gable. I played in a band called Wood Smoke Rising with him several years ago, and it's great that we get to reconnect on here. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing really well.
Great, take it away.
Great, thanks for hosting, Rob.
My pleasure.
I sure miss playing with you, but this is pretty good too. I've been on kind of a kick learning Beatles songs on the banjo. I'm going to do another one this week. This is a song called I've Seen a Face. I'm just going to do an instrumental for you.
Thanks, Andy. That was great. I can't wait until we can jam again in person. All righty. Well, next up, we have Ben and Amy, who have done an amazing job doing a lot of the organization for this. I'm just guest hosting today. So Ben and Amy, thank you guys so much. You provided the first impetus to have a virtual Hootenanny, and we're incredibly happy to get together. So how are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. Really excited to have so many people playing this week and to have so many people watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is kind of an incredible happening. I also want to echo a lot of the comments that sort of speak to both John Prine and families singing together. I feel like family singing is kind of what brings the whole thing and makes it all special.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. You want to introduce the song?
Yeah. Well, we've been preparing a song. Well, we've been saying that we're going to prepare a song since we started this virtual hoot a month ago. And we still haven't figured it out. We almost figured it out today, but then we didn't. So we're going to play a different one. And this is Josephine's Waltz. I don't really know much about the history of this song, but it's a really pretty tune. And we're going to attempt to make it a mandolin accordion duet.
Yeah, we first learned it from Summer O'Brien back in Gloucester, Massachusetts. Little shout out to the East Coast there. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben and Amy.
That's great.
And let's see, for the closing of the evening, it will be myself and Rob. And we're going to do a song, and this goes out to all the lives that have been lost to COVID-19. Bill Withers, John Prine. I have friends who have cousins and aunts and uncles who passed away from it. So this song goes out to all of them. Late in the day, when shadows start to play on my back door, up and down this alleyway, I think back on the time with your hand in mine, we sat talking low late in the day. It seems you never know a good thing till it goes slipping through your fingers. That's just the price I pay for being my own man and doing the best I can. Now I'm alone without a plan late in the day. Now I pour whiskey, break the ice, put my feet up and close my eyes. Try hard to listen to what my heart might say. Try to find the right to take me back in time and be with you here late in the day. Now look out over tops of houses and the shops as the sun sets. Another day does wind down, and my life is still the same. My lips still call your name, and my heart can't hide the pain late in the day. Now I pour whiskey, break the ice, put my feet up and close my eyes. Try hard to listen to what my heart might say, and try to find the right to take me back in time and be with you here late in the day. My life is still the same. My lips still call your name, and my heart can't hide the pain late in the day. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Jackson Hole virtual Hootenanny during the pandemic 2020. We'll be here again next week. Starts at 6 o'clock our time in the mountains. And other than that, we will see you next time.
Stay safe, everybody.